These two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
All right, let's check out the starting group for the Thunder. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. And it's the Thunder with the ball. Coming off a Suns make, Holmgren. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And you know, as a roller, Holmgren shows great hands, and he makes nice adjustments moving downhill.
Richards with a screen. Here's Durant. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. Pass to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander against Beal. Puts it up. Gilgeous-Alexander no good.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
And the basket by Beal.
Beal is just a Picasso in that mid-range.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Now here's Beal. Back to Durant. And Durant with the big finish.
Okay, normally the guy is a sleeper, but those were 2 loud points there by Kevin Durant.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. He's against O'Neal. Now here's Holmgren. Here's Williams. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
We talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
It's Booker on the wing. Dort defending. Dort against Booker. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. Book can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Holmgren finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Screen by Holmgren. The 3-ball. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets a 3.
And such a clever player in pick and rolls, Gilgeous-Alexander is unpredictable and understands how to attack defenses.
Tipped away and stolen by Williams. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Up the floor. Pass to Dort. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter.
2 minutes
outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Goes back up. Good work there as it goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Down low. Here's Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Got it. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Beal. Pass to Richards. Pulls up. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. Now here's Holmgren. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession here. .59 seconds left to play in the first. Holmgren with a screen on Booker. The shot by Dort, no good. For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Booker, the pass to O'Neal. Back to Booker. 5 on the clock. Driving in and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Williams. And here's Hartenstein. Dort outside. Back to Hartenstein. No good. Good work defensively by Richards. And Durant with the big finish.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Suns on top, leading. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
You know, another thing that has impressed me has been their numbers of points in the paint, just dominating down there. They're just getting whatever shot they want in close.
Taking a look at the Thunder. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at small forward. You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer pro-am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker. He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
The Suns leading. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. And the foul called on Chet Holmgren. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Booker for 3. And Booker cash on the 3.
At the arc, Booker is pretty efficient. This man can hurt you from downtown if you're not careful.
The kick out to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 on the clock. The 3 from Holmgren. And Durant with the block.
And for all the attention his offense gets, never question Durant's ability at the defensive end.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Hartenstein. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer, and he'll head to the line. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Graham. Is the league too offensive at the moment, do you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
And Beal gets it to go on the assist from Booker. Beal's got his second basket.
Nice touch inside by Beal, showing he's more than just a perimeter threat.
Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Bradley Beal. Oklahoma City shooting their 4th attempt at the line tonight. The Suns have gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Pass to Richards. Here's O'Neal. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Now here's Holmgren. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dort for 3. Richards pulls it in. Richards has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Beal. And here's O'Neal. Outside Durant. There's the 3. Hartenstein pulls it in. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Here's Hartenstein. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Well, the last few years, Richard, the Suns have had some all-time greats, but this is Devin Booker's team.
No doubt, drafted in 2015. Book's been here his entire career. His first few seasons, the team was, let's just say they were rebuilding, but Devin stayed loyal and enjoyed some stellar seasons since then.
To have a big who's great at the line, such a plus.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
A minute 58 left to play in the second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. SGA doing his thing in close.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Thunder trail by 5. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. It's Dort on the wing. Booker defending. Holmgren with a screen on Booker. Dort for 3. They get the rebound, and they'll get another chance. For 3, and the three-pointer goes. So Dort's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Booker against Dort. Booker, the pass to Durant. Oh, Durant playing big in the paint.
Well, Durant must be making the defense sweat a little bit right now. Whenever he gets into a rhythm, he gets aggressive.
Gilgeous-Alexander up and in on the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 13.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
Holmgren against Durant. 19 seconds left in the second period. What a throwdown from KD.
Oh, my. That's why we had those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Takes a 3. That shot off the mark. Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for Phoenix. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back with you shortly.
25.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
They've got Grayson Allen, Bol out there with Mason Plumlee. Then there's Tyus Jones, and it's Martin in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. And the shot's good by Wiggins.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the Suns are going for it. All-star guard Devin Booker said everybody here is on the same page. We're in win-now mode. We want excellence. We know it's not going to be easy, but when you give up that much, we're trying to win this year and years to come. Brian, this front office has been aggressive.
They are all in, Allie. Thank you.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Ever since Phoenix changed ownership, they've been all in on winning now, Richard.
They've traded a lot of picks away and young talent to assemble a team of superstars. Some of the best shooters in the history of this league, and they were willing to go deep into the luxury tax to sustain it.
Outside Bol. Plumlee, a screen on Williams. Here's Bol. Three-pointer, no good. Wiggins has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a one-point game. Joe, the pass to Caruso. Knocked loose. Ball against Williams. Unloads from 13. Pass to Bowl. Martin outside. Shot clock at 6. Lets the 3 fly. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. On the wing, Caruso. Allen defending. Wiggins for 3. Bowl grabs the board. Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Plumlee finds Martin. Outside Jones. Plumlee a screen. Jones' shot is good. And the Suns lead by 3.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Here's Caruso. The rebound by Allen. The Suns have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Driving to the basket, and it's Allen who slams it home.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
To the middle. Caruso outside. Back to Williams. Over Bull. Oh, it's blocked by Bull. Phoenix leading by 5. Jones feels it out. Plumlee a screen on Wiggins. Here's Jones. Oh, a clear foul there on the mission. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
People were worried that this would slow the action down.
The play will be reviewed under NBA rules.
It was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And the first one at the line is good. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Stolen by Wiggins. Williams in the post. Pull on him. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
3-second violation. Shot ball.
The Suns lead by 7. Outside Jones. 46 seconds left in the third quarter. High post Plumlee. Shot clock at 5. Martin, the pass to Plumlee. Slam! Dunk by Plumlee.
Love the energy here in the third. Trying to take control now of this contest.
Yes, this is a pivotal moment in this game. Those extra possessions right now, they just mean a little bit more.
For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 8 in the third. Bull, screen on Wiggins. Jones, the pass to Bull. And finished off by Bull.
saw the angles and led him right to the hoop with that pass.
With the step back. Shot from the wing. Can't get it to drop.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
And so it's Phoenix finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime-dropping ability.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And Oklahoma City looking at who they've got to start the fourth. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3 spot.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
O'Neal passed it to Durant. Screen by O'Neal. Oh, KD against contact inside.
This is how smart Durant is, able to break defenses apart in screen rolls like it's nothing.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The D's right on him. SGA working through contact inside.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
Holmgren against Durant. An easy 2 on the layup. Durant's got 4 points this quarter.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
And clearly Dort knows how to operate inside, making his way to a high percentage shot.
O'Neal on the wing. Williams defending. Beal goes in. Good work defensively by Gilgeous-Alexander. Thunder trail by 5. Pass to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander against Beal. Clock at 4. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Bradley Beal.
When you're as good a passer and scorer as SGA, you'll get defenders to bite like that.
Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Durant. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Outside Booker. Durant with a screen on Dort. 5 on the clock. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Booker. Thunder trail by 3. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Outside for Dort. Outside, Williams. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Here's Beal. Outside for Booker. For 3, Durant. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Hartenstein's got 4 rebounds now. There's 1:47 left to play in the fourth quarter. Holmgren, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander to tie it up. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Phoenix leading by 3. Here's Durant. Pure. That's basket number 9 on 12 tries.
Big-time players make big-time shots. Durant, he lives for these opportunities.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, obviously Gilgeous-Alexander has the will to win. What a relentless effort.
And it's slammed in by Durant.
Oh, what a clutch performer. It's clear that Durant loves the spotlight and embraces that chance to take those huge shots.
Dort outside. 59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's tipped. And now the Suns fast break. O'Neal passes to Richards. Durant against Holmgren. Outside Booker. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
And Booker has got the ball here for the Suns. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And Booker with the jam.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
From deep, Holmgren. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Beal.
That's just poor clock management defensively.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Calm and cool, and his free throws put a bow on this one. Nice way to finish the game.
Out of bounds. It'll be Suns ball.
A classic breakdown with the ball, sending it right out of bounds and giving the defense a freebie.
Here's Booker. So it's Phoenix picking up the win. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory. But, Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill.
To move the ball around, stand to create more offense.
Well, that's usually the best way to attack, especially against good defenses. Ball movement moves the defense, and when you've got the defense on the move, that's when you can break them down and get high percentage shots. It takes patience. It takes unselfishness.
It seems to be the most... efficient way, doesn't it?
It does, especially against really good defenses.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got DeAndre Ayton. Grant is out there with Avdia. Then it's Shaedon Sharpe. And it's Kamare in at the 2 guard. Now, here's Avdia. Back to Ayton. Pass to Kamare. 6 to shoot. 3-pointer. They get it back. Back to Ayton. Here's Kamare. He's covered by Beal. There's the 3. The rebound by Richard. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Now, he highlighted the problems that come along with facing a center like DeAndre Ayton. Coach said DeAndre impacts the game on both ends of the floor. He can score inside, shoot the mid-range jumper, and defensively, he can protect the rim and switch out on the perimeter. Certainly a talented young center. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Done outside. Back to Booker. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
It's almost effortless for Booker this close in. He just drops the ball in the bucket.
Greg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
And so here's Portland. Bradley Beal unable to get his shot to go. Here's Kamare. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Now here's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
2 emphatic points. Devin Booker.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Grant down low. Working on Booker. No good from Grant. The Suns leading. Here's Beal. And finished off by Beal.
And defenses have to respect Beal's jumper. That helps spark the seed on that possession.
Sharpe on the wing. Dunn covering. Here's Grant. Rebound by the Suns. Dunn looking over the floor. Outside for Beal.
Trailblazers foul. Kamara. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here is Durant. 1:39 left here in the opening quarter. And finished off by Katie.
It just moves so fluidly for a guy his size. Durant is an absolute terror to defend on the drive.
Now, here's Sharp. There's the screen from downtown. And Devin Booker pulls it down. We've seen some flashes, Coach, from Shaedon Sharp in his career. He can get hot in a hurry.
Well, look, Kevin, he is a great athlete, and when his shot starts to fall consistently, he can be electric. Right now, he's putting it together little by little. He's just got to continue to improve.
Here's Sharp. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. And then Sharp with the dunk.
We'd heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
Now here's Booker. He's got 6. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Kamara. Outside, Avdia. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Out of this world. Sharp is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever. Able to do things most others can't.
Now Booker. Pass to Richards. And the rejection by Ayton. 3 seconds left. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Avdia. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Suns lead by 4. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And another key for them tonight, attacking the basket. Taking it right to the hoop, never a bad idea.
Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Durant is out there with Dunn, and it's Richards in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Durant against Avdia. And the rejection by Ayton.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
Avdia, a screen on Dunn. Avdia finds Grant. 6 on the shot clock. Avdia against Dunn. It's good. This game is all even. Avdia's got his first points in this one. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
And the Trailblazers shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. He takes it in, and then Sharp with the dunk.
And good quickness there. Sharp, exciting to watch when he's in attack mode.
Now here's Booker. He's guarded closer. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Booker's got 8.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
Here's Kamara. He's covered by Beal. Ayton wide open. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Dunn outside. Booker the pass to Dunn. Sharp against Booker. To the middle. Here's Richards. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Trailing by 2. Here's Sharp, and there's the drive.
And an exciting player coming into his own. We're seeing all of what Sharp has in this one.
Booker looking around. Up top, Richards. Back to Booker.
Remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. The NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you. Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
What I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama, I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
Outside Durant. Dunn sets a screen for KD. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
That one on 8.
Second team foul.
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark. Kevin Durant is both prolific and, Greg, efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again? KD is right at the top of that list. Oh, nice job executing inside. Sharp's confidence is what makes him such a dangerous player.
Dunn with a screen on Avdia. Pulls up. And it falls over the rim and in. Durant's got 9.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Sharp against Dunn. And stolen by Dunn. Oh, and the chain by Durant.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Suns ahead, up by 1. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the 3rd quarter started. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Shaedon Sharp really making a difference here.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
Well, when you've got a player with the energy and athleticism he has, it can make for a big night when he gets it going.
On the court for the Trailblazers, you've got Anthony Simon. Swinging is out there with Rob Williams. Then there's Scoot Henderson. And it's Thibault in at the 3 slot. 5 to shoot. Allen passes to Ball. And the dunk by Ball.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
You know, Stan, the Blazers started the rebuild process with the big Dame Lillard trade to Milwaukee.
Kevin, it takes guts for a GM to make a move like that, and it didn't go well early on. But they've got to trust the process and stick with the plan that they made.
Jones lays it up off the glass. Jones has got his first basket. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Pass to Thibault. Takes a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Thibault's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Jones against Simon. Jones kicks to Bull. Allen with it. And Allen slams it in.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Here's Thibault. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Jones, the pass to Allen. Kicks it out to Jones. Screen by Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Klingon, the screen for Simons. Wide open look here for Klingon. And Portland again with the bucket.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Simons against Jones. Allen for 3. And Klingon pulls it down. Henderson right side. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
Jones in the post, covered by Simon. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Jones. Simons surveying the D. Floats it up for Williams. Plumlee with the steal. Bull with it. Now Henderson defending. Jones against Simon.
3.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Trailblazers have gone as spotless. 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half. Jones dishes the Bull. Bull, a screen on Simons. Bull, the pass to Jones. Bull setting the pick for Martin. Down low. Tries again. Rebound by Williams. And it's Williams with the ball for Portland. The lead is 2. And there's the call on Cody Martin. That's his first foul. There's 53 seconds left to play in the third. Henderson outside. And then Henderson with the jam.
And Henderson doesn't need any extra motivation to head straight for the rim.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Allen. Bull, a screen on Henderson. And then Allen slams it in.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Here's Jones. And the layup's good off the glass. Jones has got 6 points in the quarter.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And here is Simon. Pass to Henderson. Over Allen. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Trailblazers lead. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Nick Richards out there with Durant, and it's done in at the three. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Oh, superb execution exhibited from Durant.
And it doesn't even have to be an accurate pass. With Durant's length, you can just throw it up, and you know this guy will get it. Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Booker outside. Shot clock at 6. Booker going to work inside.
Just on fire tonight. Devin Booker is feeling it, folks.
Outside, Avdia. Pass to Grant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
Stan on the floor tonight, one of the best two-way players in the game, Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, Kevin, look, he's become a knockdown three-point shooter, but he also does a great job of putting the ball on the floor, attacking the basket, and getting to the free throw line. He puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
And the dunk by Booker.
And love how fearless Booker can be. Even the foul doesn't deter him from finishing off his business.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Phoenix.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
And, you know, another thing that's really been working for them tonight is the mid-range. That they're having no problem finding shots in that area.
And, guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. And KD throws it down.
Nothing to see here, folks. Just another tremendous scoring night from Durant.
Avdia, a screen on dime. And the wide-open shot from Avdia. Rebound by the Suns.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Yeah, they really wanted that bucket to go. You can't get discouraged, though.
And we mentioned Durant's scoring ability often, but they're showing how good of a passer he can be.
And the basket by Kamare.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
Second team foul.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. KD passes to Richards, and it's done in the corner.
Remaining in the game, 2 minutes.
Just 5 on the clock.
I'll tell you what, Aiden is a very good defender. Moves his feet well and has the length to alter shots.
Here's Grant. Here's the drive.
And this team counts on Grant in those big moments, and you can see why, given the results.
Here's Booker. Fantastic finish by Booker.
How about the focus from Booker? I mean, refusing to let anything stop him from getting that basket.
Avdia with a screen for Grant. Softly drops in the floater. Grant's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Booker outside. Durant kicks to Booker. To KD. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. I wish I could say why.
It's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
1:05 left in the game. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
Sharp on the wing to take the lead. Pass to Kamare. Just 5 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Durant against Sharp. A powerful flush by Durant.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And then Sharp with the dunk.
Oh, huge bucket from Sharp. You know he's got to be feeling good after that one.
Booker outside. Oh, no good. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We've got more hoops coming your way. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Stan, I could talk about coaching with you from morning till night, but what's the most difficult part of coaching that maybe the average fan doesn't know about?
Well, there's probably a lot of things like that, Kevin, so I'll just give you one. When you're coaching a star player who's on the decline a little bit, in his own mind, he's still that guy he was in his best years, but you have to limit his role, not get him as many shots, things like that, and there can be some tension, and it's with a guy that you have huge, huge respect for.
Well, that's a great example. Coaching an aging star. Very different. Avdia out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Ayton. And it's Sharp and at point guard. The drive by Beal. And finished off by Beal.
Once Beal gets going on the bounce, it's almost an automatic two-point.
And against Sharp. Avdia on the wing.
2 minutes remaining in overtime.
Grant the pass to Ayton. Here's Avdia. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. The rebound by Richard.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim. It came up with
And done with the slam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. Seeing
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Here's Sharp going inside. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Oh, gritty play by Sharp inside. Defense puts contact on the rookie, and he still gets it to fall.
Knocked loose and stolen by Thybulle. Grant against Dunn. Grant dishes to Avdia. Pass to Sharp. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
Suns have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop so far in overtime. KD sets the pick for Booker. To the inside, Durant. Yes!
But when you need a bucket, he's your guy.
For Portland, they've gone 2 of 5 on shot attempts since the end of regulation. Down against Sharp. To the paint. Here's Ayton. Second chance shot. No good on the layup. A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And the first of 2. No good. Heartbreaker.
For Phoenix, Done. 2 shots.
He's able to hit the second one, and that puts them up by 5. And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
And they need to use as little time as possible here. If they can get a bucket before the clock hits 24 seconds, they can try for a stop on the next possession. If there's less than 24, then they'll have to foul.
Game could be on the line right here.
It's now or never.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Beal. Clock at 6. With the drive. Yes!
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're trailing by 4. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
Thanks so much, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg...
can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
So here's Portland's starting group. Denny Avdia out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's DeAndre Ayton, then they're Sharp, and it's Kamare in at the shooting guard position.
And this guy has some bounce. Always fun seeing Sharp hammer at home.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Pass to Dort. 6 on the shot clock. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Hits the three-pointer.
Well, that's an opportunistic three-point shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He liked the look of it.
Now Sharp. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Grant against Williams. Avdia, screen on Williams. Now here's Avdia. He's guarded closely. Yep, count it.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Holmgren. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Grant. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And yep, it's good. Sharp's gotten his second bucket.
That's an athletic play by Sharp, putting in the sweat to beat the other guys back on the fast break.
Outside, Williams. Out to the right wing. Holmgren with it. Avdia picks him up. Grant against Williams. The 3 from Holmgren. Portland grabs the miss. Here's Avdia. Boom! He jams it straight down.
When Jeremy Grant is dishing out an assist, that is a great sign for this team.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Mark Dackhoff gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. How they'll go about defending DeAndre Ayton came up, and Coach told me once Ayton gets deep, it's too late. We need to find him early and not let him set up down low. Push him out to the line. That's a lot to be pushing around with Ayton being as big as they come, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Oh, throw it down!
Can you say
wow.
Elevation? I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. A minute 29 left in the opening quarter. Outside for Dort. Back to Hartenstein. Pass to Dort. Up top, Hartenstein. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Gilgeous-Alexander, no good. And Ayton has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. It's a 3-point game. Grant outside. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Oh, Grant throws it down.
How about Jeremy Grant playing to his strength, uses that athleticism to finish that one with authority.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Over to the left wing. Hartenstein passes to Dort. Second chance shot. Oh, rejected by Ayton.
Outstanding shot blocker. DeAndre Ayton off his feet in a hurry to send it back.
Kamare, that's good.
And they're building on their lead, doing whatever they can to blow this game open.
one of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Dort for three. Can't get it to go, making him 0 for 2. Grant outside. He gets it up. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers closing out the quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Trailblazers, what do you guys think?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Sharp. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Deni Avdija. Then it's Jeremy Grant, and it's Kamare in at the 2-guard spot. Moving it up, here's Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Boy, wide open teammate, really pretty pass by Lou Dort. No hesitation there.
Doris, not only is the Thunder roster full of young talent, they also have a ridiculous amount of draft capital.
BA, you've got to give a ton of credit to the front office. They've got multiple options going forward. Continue to draft and develop their talent, or perhaps use those picks to trade for a superstar you believe fits. Yeah, teams will try to get physical with SGA, but make sure you understand that wiry frame is big-time strong.
Sharp goes in. Can't cash it in from close range. Thunder trail by 3. Here's Williams. And slammed it home. And the foul. A chance at another point at the line. It goes on Jeremy Grant.
Wow, what a move by Jalen Williams. Offensively, he just has the whole package.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. That one drops. He ties it up. Brent, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Holmgren against Avdija. Knocks it loose. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Sharp. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. Dort for 3. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now. And here's Sharp. He has 6. Ayton, the screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Offensive rebound. Outside Sharp. Oh, he cranks it in! Right on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Goodness.
Well, this is a multi-skilled big man. DeAndre Ayton's passing better than you think it is.
Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Lets it go from deep. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Daigneault said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, we've seen them take advantage of the lanes given to them so far. The defense isn't plugging it up, and it's being exploited.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
Taking it inside, SGA.
Well, that's SGA in a nutshell right there. Quickness, length, guile, finishing on the interior.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Well, for Lou Dort, it's all about building confidence from three-point territory. This is a growing part of his skill set.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Sharp. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his third foul of the game.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
Minute 32 left in the second. And here's Grant from the arc. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 9. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Sharp. Here we go. One-on-one. Oh, wow! And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And so difficult to defend. Sharp has 3-level scoring ability, and he is prolific.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. Give him that one. Now shooting 5 for 11 from the floor.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Inside. Here's Kamari. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Portland shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Well, the Thunder will be building a new arena, Doris, right across the street from their current home.
Well, how exciting that the downtown arena is set to open in the 29-30 season with a 25-year lease. This secures the team's long-term future in Oklahoma City. And honestly, BA, this fan base is so passionate, they deserve it.
Holmgren, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the triple. Great touch from deep, Gilgeous-Alexander.
If you're guarding SGA in the pick and roll, boys, stop the ball, because otherwise Shea's going to get to where he wants to go.
Here's Ayton. Good work defensively by Hartenstein. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for the Oklahoma City Thunder, hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking about this shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Mitchell out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Williams, then it's Williams, and it's Wiggins in at the 3 slot. That's the group from Mark Daigneault starting the second half. Well, the Trailblazers shooting great, 62% for the field and continuing to get it done. Thibault against Wiggins. On the wing, Simons. The shot's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks. You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
Wiggins from long range, and it's Portland with a rebound.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Here's the pick. Here's Simons. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge. Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Yes! And the foul!
Defensive foul.
It's going to be on Alex Caruso.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Williams with the screen. Williams finds Caruso. Takes the three. No good that time. Trailblazers lead by 4. Simons outside. And he drives in.
Oh, okay then. And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show. The three from Mitchell. And no good.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Thibault passes to Simons. Pass to Klingon. Henderson for 3. Drains the triple. And now it's a 9-point Portland lead.
Oh, good 3-ball by Henderson. Now, this is the part of his game that he wants to keep developing.
Thibault against Caruso. Outside, Williams. To end the run. And the layup is good.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Simons against Mitchell. Simons outside. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Mitchell's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
Here's Klingon. Check by Mitchell. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense, given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a 10-point pass. Caruso misses. Portland leading by 9. To the paint. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Yeah, great find right there by Henderson. He is such a gifted facilitator.
Here's Mitchell. And he lays it up and in. Mitchell's got 6 points.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Simons. And he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Williams misses. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Great shot selection right now. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, they've got DeAndre Ayton. Denny Avdia out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's Shaedon Sharpe, and it's Kamare in at the 2 spot. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. From behind the arc. Portland with a rebound. Now the Blazers on the move. And he's going for the lob. And Ayton with the stuff.
What a connection DeAndre Ayton has with his guys. Great timing on the alley-oop.
Dort with it. Now Sharp defending. Grant against Williams. This one for three. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got rebound number 7 tonight. Avdia attacking. Pass to Sharp. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Here's Kamare. The three is up. That one doesn't drop. Thunder trail by 16. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort, the pass to Williams. Three-pointer. Gets the three ball to go.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Sharp with it. From outside the arc. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Over Grant. Offensive board. Hardenstein passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. He was all alone on that one.
Trigger there by SGA. I'll tell you, on the catch, be ready to rise and fire.
They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
And Ayton with the stuff.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. Williams. Grant with a steal. Avdia outside.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Outside Sharp.
2 minutes.
Going inside. Oh! Hammers it home.
So nice. Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the wing on the left. Hartenstein finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, another miss by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely. And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Trailblazers.
They were the more accurate club. And in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Holmgren with a screen on Sharp. Dort against Sharp. Launches a three. And the call over the back.
The way he was going over and through the man in front of him, he should have known the whistle was coming.
Well, silly foul. He realized it when it happened. That's where you'd like to see him show a little bit more discipline.
And so he makes both from the line.
You know, depending on where Jeremy Grant's been, he's filled a lot of different roles. He's been asked to be the alpha or the second option or even a role player. But whatever it is, he's always willing to do whatever it takes to help the team.
There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Grant outside. Sharp a screen on Williams. And he lobs it up to the rim. And stolen by Holmgren. Dort outside. Fires it. And there's another one for the Thunder. Here's Sharp. We've got 33 seconds left in the final quarter. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Shoots over Grant. Avdia pulls it in. Now Grant. no problem for Portland as they get the win. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was an
this game tonight, both of these teams certainly get after it on the defensive end.
Well, I'm touching your suit here, Kevin, and it looks like you got shoulder pads in there. You're going to need that. This game's going to be a grinder. It's going to be physical. These guys are going to bump each other around, and they play. Hard-nosed defense, so I would expect this game to not rise up in terms of the scoring column, and we'll see who's tougher tonight.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Bubbling out there with Durant, and it's done in at the three.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Done shot's good.
And good heads up from Bradley Beal, just spots the ready shooter.
So it's the Thunder now, after the Suns pick up two. Holmgren can't hit. Gilgeous-Alexander against Dunn. The Thunder pull it in. On the wing, Williams. For three. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Five on the clock. Back to Holmgren. Fires from deep. That one, no good. The Suns have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And with this score of the Suns, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
The 17-footer. Dort grabs the miss.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Now here's Williams. Beal with the steal. Here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
As much as you have to admire his burst and force, I think Plumlee's aggressiveness on that play, the impressive part.
Dort against Beal. Dort kicks to Holmgren. Tipped away. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Williams. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. The Suns have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. In the corner, it's Plumlee. Down against Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams dishes to Holmgren. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. They could use a bucket. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, I talked with head coach Mark Dagnall. I asked him about his team's plan in trying to contain Kevin Durant. He said, I don't think you can contain Kevin Durant. Our focus is trying to have him take tough shots. Hope he misses most of them. We'll see if they can put any pressure on KD tonight, guys.
Thank you, David.
First team foul.
1:49 left to play in the first quarter. Holmgren with a screen on Beal. Dort with the ball. Guarded now by Durant. Shot clock at 6. Holmgren can't hit. Phoenix leading by 6. Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander after the made shot from KD. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren, and he gets it to go.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
Oh!
Oh, that time Booker doing it with the ball on a string, taking care of business with the handle.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's KD. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Trailing here by 8. Dort against Beal. Dort misses. For Phoenix, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. The drive by Booker. The teardrop falls in. Booker's got his second basket.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
Yeah, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, big-name guy. They built from within. They built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with a coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
Booker, no good. Thunder trailing by 7. Outside Williams. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Holmgren with a screen on Beal. Sinks the triple. Williams has got himself on the board with 3 there.
What a great option he gives them on every possession.
Here's Booker. Pass to Plumlee. Dort against Dunn. Outside for Beal. And finished off by Beal.
And Bradley Beal rising up that time.
Thunder have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Hartenstein with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort against Beal. Shoots the 3. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Booker against Williams. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Booker fires from way outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. The NBA scoring explosion, Brent, hasn't slowed down. We're getting record-setting offenses, it seems like, every single season.
Yeah, Kevin, lots of factors going into that. Obviously, more three-pointers being taken and figuring out the math of the game. But let's give credit to the players and the work that they're doing in the off-season in terms of getting better with their skill to be able to shoot that basketball and seek out the most efficient shot on the court. Yeah, not going to get over on KD here. If you give him a chance to attack the basket, he'll be at the rim.
Williams has a screen for Holmgren. And it's sent back by KD. And they get it back. 5 to shoot. From outside the arc. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Beal finds Booker. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Personal foul. 2nd team foul.
1:46 left in the first half. Plumlee with a screen on George. Inside. And Plumlee gets it to go on the assist by Booker.
I tell you, Plumlee rolls so hard to the basket, no one really wants to get in his way.
GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
Dort misses.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Now here's Booker. Down low. Holmgren with the steal. Here's the break. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And great recognition. Holmgren saw the open floor and took advantage.
Now here's Booker. He's got 9. Nice defense from George.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Outside Williams. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Williams for 3. And it's Bradley Beal with the rebound.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
Here's Durant. In close. Durant gets the bucket.
Yeah, you can't give Kevin Durant baskets, but certainly can't be that easy for him.
Outside, Dort. Off target with his 3. Durant deciding where to go with it. Shoots over Dort. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so we wrap up the first half. Suns lead by 11. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to... Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Group, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You gotta like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Ole is out there with Martin. Then there's Grayson Allen. Then it's Nick Richards. And it's Jones in at the point. Suns leading by 11. Here's Allen. And the layup falls. Allen's got the first bucket of the third here for the Suns.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Here's Bol, and the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Pass to Williams, and the official is into the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Mitchell, first personal foul. First team foul.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Bol setting the pick for Jones. Driving to the basket. And the dunk by Bol.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. Mitchell outside. Back to Caruso. And Bol sends it back.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Here's Jones outside for Martin. And stolen by Wiggins. And Mitchell with a clear path to the hoop. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Richards got his 4th rebound in this one. Bol finds Jones. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the 3rd. Martin with a screen for Bol. Kicks it out to Allen. 6 to shoot. Goes up on the high post. And there it is for him. And the Suns lead by 19. And Caruso's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Searching for that first bucket here in the 3rd. Will it go? Phoenix grabs the miss. Richards got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside, Martin to the middle. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Allen passes to Bol. Back to Allen. There's 1:38 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. And Richards has it in the corner. Shot clock at 5. And the foul called on Kenrich Williams.
Kenrich Williams.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. 2nd team foul.
And Phoenix has possession. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Rebound by Williams. Oklahoma City's gotten blank from 3-point land so far in the 3rd. Still 0 for 3. Williams finds Caruso. Williams a screen on Martin. Here's Caruso. A 3-pointer is right on target. Caruso's got his first 3 points of the game.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation. They're playing working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Allen against Caruso. Off with the layup. On offense, here are the Suns. They're on a 12-3 run. Martin the pass to Richards. Back to Martin. Shakes him. Banked in off the glass. Martin's got his first bucket in this one. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the 3rd. Wiggins from outside. The rebound by Richards. Richards got 6 rebounds now in the game. Jones against Mitchell. Fires for 3. That shot misses. And so it's the Phoenix Suns holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammates.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein.
Kevin Durant.
Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward position. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Near the 3-point line, it's Holmgren. Can't nail the jumper. The Suns shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. It's tipped. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. And Williams throws it down.
Capitalizing on the error, grinding out points. You gotta love it.
That's why you can't afford to just turn it over to him, because he's going to do stuff like that to make you pay just right down the throat.
Hooker the pass to Plumlee. Hartenstein with it. Now guarded by Plumlee. And now a pass break for the Thunder. Shots good by Williams.
heads-up ball there from Dort.
Suns leading by 20. Booker outside. Fires the three. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
It's Beal on the wing. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Beal loves the fire off the catch.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. The Thunder have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. Pass to Hartenstein. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Beal. Three-pointer. Drills it from outside. Beal's got 6 here in this quarter.
And Bradley Beal is going to stretch out a defense with that kind of range.
They need this. Gilgeous-Alexander. Phoenix grabs the miss. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. To the paint. Here's Booker. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Misses the 3. Dunn dishes to Durant. Out left to the wing. Back to Beal. KD sets the pick for Beal. Outside, KD. Offline with his 3.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Dort passes to Williams. Holmgren with it. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Dort. A three-pointer off the mark.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up. So maybe just a step too far.
We've got 1:08 left to play in the final quarter. On the wing, Williams, defended by Booker.
Awesome defense, just outstanding effort to reach his big hands in there and just rip the ball away.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Suns.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Devin Booker.
Now, with all these assists, it's obvious how well that he can see the entirety of the floor out there. If an easy bucket is to be had, he'll find it.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Beal can't get it to go. Dort against KD. Dort, solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Phoenix.
Now done. So it's the Suns winning easily here. A resounding victory for them. And thank you for that, David. And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and
hard matchup.
These guys are lethal one-on-one, but I think the key is to keep their teammates involved, playing unselfish basketball.
Now let's take a look at Phoenix's opening lineup. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Mason Plumlee, and it's done in at the 3. Here's Kamare. 6 to shoot. Lets it fly. Durant pulls it in.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Here's Dunn. Lays it up and banks it in.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
Now here's Sharp. There's the drive, and he can't jam it through.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth, just couldn't finish.
And here's the fast break. Here's Ayton, tipped, and they're able to recover. Beal against Avdia. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense, given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Now here's Sharp. Grant finds Sharp. Outside for Grant. Into the lane. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
Just great explosiveness from Grant. Open lane, and he exploits it.
Grant, there have been so many great players that have gone through Portland over the years.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's almost 50 years since their last title. It's a great city with a great fan base. And for their sake, I hope their second title comes soon.
Shot clock at 6. Plumlee, a screen on Grant. Here's Dunn. Oh, rejected by Ayton.
With his reach, it's hard to get anything over DeAndre Ayton.
To the middle. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can play with the lead pass. Well done.
For 3, Booker. Portland with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Here's Kamare. Booker defending. Kamare, that's good.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Outside Booker. Down low. Plumlee, no good.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
Durant outside. Throws it down.
Oh, a skilled interior player. I mean, Grant's teammates get him the rod and encourage him to punch it in.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul of the game.
A great job to establish position and square up.
Now Portland with it. Good momentum. 8 straight points. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
Here's Kamare. No good on the triple. Suns trail by 6. Here's Beal. The kick to Durant. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
So polished from the interior. Durant is terrific at utilizing his physical advantages down on the block.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, Kevin Durant steadily climbing up the top 10 of the all-time scoring list. He said, I've been in the league for half of my life now. It's a blessing to be playing on this platform and doing what I love to do. I just want to continue to keep putting in good work and keep adding to what I already did.
One of the greats, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Booker. Still no points. Avdia pulls it in.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Wow! That type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Booker. Inside. Stolen.
Yeah, tried to thread it inside, but just too much congestion.
Sharp finds Ayton. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Yeah, this is where Ayton's comfortable operating, using his height and array of inside moves to his advantage.
Booker surveying the D. And it falls all over the rim and in.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Pass to Avdia. On the wing, Grant. Outside Sharp. Let's go with a 3. Nails it from 3. Sharp's got 5 points. Just 4 seconds left in the first. Booker for 3. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter, just pounding the painted area. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Portland.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
DeAndre Ayton is out there with Avdia. Then it's Jeremy Grant, then the Sharp, and it's Kamare in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Portland starting the second. Avdia outside. 4 on the clock. They set a pick. Puts up a 3. Durant pulls it in. Suns trail by 9. Booker, the pass to Dunn. Ooh, Ayton with the block. And it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball.
Phoenix ball.
Outside Booker. Pass to Durant. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton. And you look at how Durant is playing at his age. He's still as elite as it gets, RJ.
You don't lose skill. KD could play into his 40s if he wanted to. That shot isn't going away, and he's always going to be tall. He will be one of the best scorers every time he laces them up.
Sharp, no good. Suns trail by 6. Here's Dunn. He takes it in, throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. It goes on Jeremy Grant. Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Nice finish in the open floor. Booker loves leaking out and attacking.
Portland has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Sharp up top, defended by Dunn. Outside Sharp. Here he goes. And that one is hammered home.
Yeah, not afraid to finish at the rim. Sharp, just relentless.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Outside Booker. Pass to Durant. The shot misses. Nice D from Avdia. Portland leading by 4. To the inside. And Ayton with the stuff.
With his length, Ayton can easily get to the rim. In fact, he almost makes it look too easy.
Right side Booker. Plumlee passes to Durant. Out to Beal. 6 to shoot. Outside Booker. From deep three-point land. Sharp grabs the miss. The Trailblazers have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Here's Kamare. Booker defending.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left in the second quarter.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Now here's Booker. Pass to Plumlee. Now Durant. Doesn't go in. 2 for 4 in this game. Trailblazers lead by 8. Outside Sharp. There's a minute 17 left to play in the first half. And here's Grant from the arc. Fires in the triple. Grant's got 7.
High-effort plays tend to pay off for Grant on offense. He knows how to work his way to a shot.
Right side Booker. They need this. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Grant outside. And there's the screen. The 3 is up. Durant pulls it in.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time. There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a 3 like that, but now it's a great decision and it paid off.
Here's Sharp. 7 points in the game. 12 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Grant. Shot on the wing. And it's Portland with another. It'll count. Doesn't go for him. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers ending the quarter up 10. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shot.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. One of the stories here, Jeremy Grant. Man, is he getting it done today.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
On the floor for Phoenix, they've got Tyus Jones. Cody Martin is out there with Bol Bol. Then there's Grayson Allen, and it's Richards in at the center position, locking down the middle. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting for Phoenix. Bol Bol. 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And it's Simons with the ball for the Trailblazers. And he throws it down with one hand.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Pass to Bol. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the long J. Bol's got 5 points now this quarter.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Simons passes to Thibault. Knocks it down from distance. Thibault's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading 3s back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Pass to Klingon. Back to Simons. Another 3 for Portland.
Yeah, just a great find by Klingon. As he plays more and more, the game will slow down for him.
Jones in the post. He's covered by Simons. Henderson against Allen. 5 to shoot. Here's Richards. And it's in there.
Reliable approach. Getting the ball in the paint and going to work.
And you watch Donovan Clingan. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Chris.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, BA. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Suns trail by 9. Outside Bull, outside Jones. Pass to Richards, and stolen by Williams. Henderson against Allen, out to the right wing. Clingan. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Bull.
And the size of Clingan alone makes him a tough cover.
The line for 2, Clingan.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 3 in this second half. Pass to Bull. Martin a screen. And finished off by Bull.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoop gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
Henderson drives in. That one falls.
And that's Henderson's game. Get downhill, young man. Beat the defender to the spot.
Portland shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. The free throw off from Henderson. Suns trail by 10. It's Martin on the wing, defended by Henderson. Henderson against Martin. Richards, the pass to Jones. Driving to the basket. Soft touch off the glass. Jones has got 6 points.
He's getting after it, but needs some help if they're going to get it done.
Simons against Jones. From 18 feet away, and it's Portland scoring again.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
If he has space in the mid-range, he'll let it fly. Doesn't matter if the score is tied or they are up big. And you've got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Henderson finds Thibault. Back to Henderson. Throws it up high.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Jones feels it out. Down low. And finished off by Bull.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Portland ahead. Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Trailblazers lead by 10. They've got DeAndre Ayton. Denny Avdia out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's Shaden Sharp, and it's Kamare in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Avdia, good.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Outside Booker. Stolen by Booker. Plumlee passes to Durant. Durant owning the inside.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Ooh, Durant with a steal. Beal outside. Another steal. Here's the break. And Durant with the block.
And for all the attention his offense gets, never question Durant's ability at the defensive end.
Here's Kamari, hounded by Beal. Just 5 on the clock. Second shot opportunity. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And so Durant will bring it up for the Suns. Trailing by 10. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Afdia outside. Durant with a screen on Durant. Afdia attacking. And there it is for him.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Booker no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Durant outside. Six on the shot clock. Fires for 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Durant's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Dunn. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. It goes on Jeremy Grant. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for Portland.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
One other thing I've liked is how assertive they've been on D, swatting a good number of shots away as a result.
Trailblazers lead by 10. Here's Avdia. Kevin Durant with a rebound. Durant's got 5 rebounds tonight. Durant earning those 2 points.
Showing the grit. KD is no stranger to physical defense.
3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Ayton with a screen. Here's Sharp. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Just a strong sequence there from DeAndre Ayton.
Booker fires from way outside. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. 1:46 left in the 4th. Booker against Grant. Pass to Ayton. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball.
Phoenix ball.
A minute 29 left in the 4th quarter here. Outside Booker. Plumlee a screen. Now here's Booker. Not a lot of room. It falls. 5 for 11 in the game.
There is no shot too big for Booker. He lives for these moments.
Here's Sharp with the drive. Oh, throw it down. Wow. And he dunks it down.
Who are you telling, B.A.? The reverse windmill? Come on now. That's just not right.
He got in that zone, and he has the ability to do it. Why not?
And Booker is made for these moments. What a big-time bucket.
51 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. And here's Grant from the arc. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Beal surveying the D. Screen by Durant. Offensive rebound. Oh, he nails it! And he's brought got them within 2 points now.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
So it's Portland now. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Sharp. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be, and with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use their coach's challenge.
Review under NBA rules. The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
Action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
That free throw good from Sharp.
The and one puts a little extra insurance on their lead. What a play.
Phoenix calls timeout. 15 seconds left in the game. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
Substitution on the court.
For three, Durant. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. And Bradley Beal is going to pick up the foul. So that'll be a second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot two. He gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Done. Third personal foul. Fourth team foul.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Yet known for his size and defense, Clingan has the potential to be a very effective two-way player in this league.
Plumlee finds Booker. And the Suns miss again.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
this great league. Certainly, Greg, some terrific young talent on display here tonight.
Yeah, and Kevin, who's got next? I mean, some gifted players here answering in the affirmative.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3. Just 5 on the clock. Tries it from 19. Kamare misses. Now the Thunder with it. Right side, Dort. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Grant. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And get your best scores, high percentage looks, offensive strategy 101. Grant delivering.
The kick out to Williams. Holmgren sets the screen for Williams. Oh, good with the triple. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Now, here's Dort. Holmgren with a screen on Grant. And Dort gets it to go.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Dort's gone 50% from the arc, 1 of 2. Gilgeous-Alexander against Sharp. Pass to Kamare. The Thunder pull it in.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Holmgren up top. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Assist
And a 3-level score. That time, SGA takes it all the way.
Avdia against Holmgren. Avdia gets the bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And the shot is good. Dort's got 5 now.
Very good inside. Dort's got great upper body strength.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Earlier, I spoke with Chauncey Billups. He talked about the matchup problems that Chet Holmgren presents. He said defensively, Chet can warp the inside of the paint. And at the other end, he's going to drag his matchup out to the three-point line. That's what makes this 7-footer such a special player. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Count it.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
And goaltending is going to be the call. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
The play will be reviewed under NBA rules. There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Loads of expectations come with going #1 overall, Stan. We all know that. Just ask DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, Kevin, I think he's become one of the more underrated players in this league. He was the top pick in 2018. People will always measure him against that standard. But look, he's averaged a double-double every season in the league. It's not easy to be that consistent.
Here's Dort. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. For Portland, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Holmgren against Avdia. Grant surveying the D. Pass to Sharp. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Avdia can't hit. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Holmgren with a screen on Grant. Nobody near Williams. Off target from outside. Trailblazers shooting it from their comfort zone so far. In this one, 57% from the field. Grant with a screen on Williams. It's stolen by Dort. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Pass to Holmgren. Williams against Sharp. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Hits the three-point bomb. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7.
This is why SGA is a focal point of this offense, because of that ability to score.
Grant the pass to Ayton. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Ayton's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's the Thunder. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Yeah, turning defense into offense, getting out in the open floor. This is exactly what they wanted.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward. Sharp finds Avdia. And finished off by Avdia.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Will stand after 11 seasons with this Blazer organization. Damian Lillard traded away in 2023. What a run he had for Portland.
Incredible, Kevin. Not only in terms of his scoring and his individual honors, but the success he brought to the team. While they didn't get over the top and get to the finals, they were a consistent winner. If you were a fan in Portland, you had a good team to come and watch for all of those years.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Out of this world. Sharp is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever. Able to do things most others can't.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Good on the three-point shot. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points now this quarter. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Outside, Avdia. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Gilgeous-Alexander against Sharp. Knocks it loose. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. 6 on the shot clock. Hartenstein with the screen for Holmgren. And it's off from three-point range. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up to the Portland Trailblazers. Trailing by 2. And Ayton throws it down.
And the impressive reach of Ayton. Lob it up his way, and he'll take care of the rest.
Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Dort against Sharp. Grant with a screen on Dort. Pass to Avdia. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2. Hey, Stan, we've heard talk about players not heaving up a shot at the buzzer to protect their shooting percentage. Have you run into that at all?
Oh, Kevin, that definitely happens. Players are concerned about all of those numbers, shooting percentages being one of them, because they become a factor in contract negotiations. But they have to realize, number one, you've got to do what gives your team a chance to win. And number two, with all the analytics, teams separate out what they call heaves at the end of quarters.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. And Coach Mark Dagnall said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow, thank you for the report. Here's Sharp. Boom, he jams it straight down.
We've heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
Outside, Dort. The kick out to Williams. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Connects from three-point range. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 here in the quarter.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Williams with the ball. Now defended by Grant. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And that one is good from Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got the lead up to 3 now for the Thunder. Avdia up top. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Holmgren with a screen on Sharp. Hartenstein passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Thibault. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Now it's a 5-point Thunder lead.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Thunder lead by 5. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
They've got Robert Williams and Fernie Simons out there with Scoot Henderson. Then there's Klingon, and it's Thibault in at the 3. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with. Simons surveying the D. Clock at 6. Williams inside. He's guarded by Williams. That shot is off. Oklahoma City leading by 5. Pass to Mitchell. Got a piece of it. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
Simons against Mitchell. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Simons kicks to Henderson. And it's Simons that time on the assist by Henderson. Simons has got his first 2 points. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Here's Thibault. Hopping on the board. And then Henderson with the jam.
Exploding off the floor. Henderson finishes it off. Midair.
And coach this guy, Matisse Thibault. He really changes what you can do on offense with his defense.
Yeah, look, Matisse Thibault's as good a defender as there is in the league. He hasn't had that profile because we haven't seen him on TV as much, but he's disruptive. He causes turnovers. He blocks shots. This guy's as good as there is in the league.
So long and disruptive, a great word to use. Higgins outside, shoots over Henderson, and a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And the Thunder lead by 1. Simons with the ball. And the slam dunk by Simons. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
And that one's good, Mitchell.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college. And she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness. Outside Williams. Henderson pulls it in.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
And the energy of Williams, it's infectious. Amazing at using it to block shots, rebounds, score, whatever they ask of him.
Williams, 2 shots.
Good on the second free throw. 1:31 left in the third quarter. And so Caruso will bring up the ball for Oklahoma City. A 2-point game. Back to Williams. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Thibault. Trailblazers have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. Here's Klingon. Here's Williams. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Thunder have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Portland.
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
And on top of that, they're getting a lot of points off assists. And it's always a good sign when your team is working as a cohesive unit.
Here's the 3. Rebound by Mitchell. Thunder trailing by 3. Lets it go from deep. And that one's good. Caruso's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Going in the screen for Simon. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Simon.
Defense will take that miscommunication. Not even close.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Oklahoma City's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And watch out for SGA going to the basket. He will put it on your head if you're not watching.
Simons up top. No good with the layup. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Oklahoma City out in front, up by 2. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And Oklahoma City, look at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 slot. Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
And look at Ayton get up there. Have to enjoy watching the big man get tricky with it.
Dort finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires from the wing. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
And then Sharp with the dunk.
Few defenders can keep up with Sharp in the open floor. This guy is electric.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Williams. Now Sharp. They set the pick. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Sharp against Gilgeous-Alexander. And then Sharp with the dunk.
An exciting player coming into his own. We're seeing all of what Sharp has in this one.
Dort against Sharp. Here's Hartenstein. Can't get it to fall. Portland leading by 4. Grant the pass to Avdia. Inside. And Ayton throws it down.
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Williams passes to Hartenstein. Lets a floater go. Basket counts. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
Sharp against Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. And finished off by Avdia.
Nice vision from the youngster. Sharp that time.
Dort gets to Gilgeous-Alexander.
Portland foul to Myers. First personal foul. First team foul.
Hartenstein with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein passes to Williams. Just 5 to shoot.
2 minutes.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. 8 for 11 now as that one does not find the mark. Pass to Kamare. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Sharp the pass to Ayton. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
Well, it's not easy to time that up. Just not quite in sync yet.
Grant outside. Over Williams. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Grant's got the lead up to 8 now for Portland. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Hartenstein with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And what a shot from Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy isn't afraid of the moment. Wow.
And it's Avdia at the drive. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And they have to play fast, but also smart. Every possession counts.
Lets the 3 fly. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
First personal foul. Third team foul. At the line.
It's the first. That makes it a 7-point lead.
And the combination of athleticism and defense Grant brings is superb. A guy who you can depend on to compete.
And stolen by Williams.
It's just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They trail by 6. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
They need a quick basket here.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
No good on the quick 3.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
So the Trailblazers win it. They didn't make it easy.